That's the way. My name's Murray, I'm your captain, and this is Rhonda, your tour guide. Together we're going to spend the next hour on the streets of Surfers Paradise, the Gold Coast, and obviously on the water where everybody wants to be. Now folks, a couple of safety tips before we depart. We get very close to trees and poles, especially this side of the duck, so please keep your head, arms, legs, toes, everything in okay. We don't want to lose any limbs, not on my watch. Underneath your seats is your orange life jackets. Please make a note of that one, folks. And for emergency exits, what do you reckon? Out the window? That's about it, guys. So without further ado, we'll be departing Surfers Central. But before we do, how many kids do we have? Hands up, boys and girls. Hands up, kids. Whoa, we've got a few kids and a couple of big ones. We've got a few surprises for all the children. Shh, don't tell anyone, no, okay. So once we get out of the water, we're going to look after all the kids. Okay, folks, we're going to head off, and I'll pass you over to lovely Rhonda. Thank you.
Hi everyone, as Captain Murray said, my name's Rhonda and I'm going to be your tour guide for today. We've got a beautiful tour lined up. We will drive along the Esplanade. Oh, okay darling, so and then we'll go all the way to Seagull. We'll enter the water just there and cruise around the beautiful Broadwater for about 40 minutes. Then we'll come back by the fabulous Tedder Avenue and we'll be back here in Elkhorn in about an hour or so. It will take the traffic. On your right-hand side is one of the beautiful beaches that the Gold Coast is so renowned for. We've got 40 kilometres of beaches, stretching from Coronary in the south all the way through to the Pacific Shore, which we call a still. Now, because we've got so many beaches, we've got the highest concentration of surf lifesavers in Australia. We've got 45 lifeguard towers along our shores. So that wherever you go, you know you're always close to a beach. Now you might know that we had a cyclone last year in March, and that relieved us of 18% of our staff. So now we are trying to get the beach back to normal. We've been told it will take at least 3 years and a lot of money. I'm so sorry people, normally we don't get this close to the trees, but because of the V8 supercars, it's their fault, they put all these markers and extra witches hats along the road, so we don't have a choice. So just when you see a tree coming up, don't okay? It's all part of the V8 supercars that are coming to town Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So coming up is where the cars will be displayed. You will go to So these guys here will contain the cars, they'll have details, We're definitely on the racetrack now. So they fly along here. Next one. Beautiful part of the Gold Coast is called is only about 100 metres away between the two bodies of water. About 20 years ago, the Gold Coast City Council was so worried about erosion that they built it and while they were at it, they actually shaped the base of the beach to create the perfect background. And it really worked. That's their next level of here. We're on the champagne. This is direct close to okay. This little white building on your right-hand side is the very last beach shack left on the Gold Coast foreshore. Now the previous, oh no, please sit down for me. You're going to sit down and you're going to stay there now until we get in the water. Yeah, this little white beach shack is the very last beach shack left on the Gold Coast foreshore. Now the previous one sold a few years ago for $14.5 million. Wouldn't that be nice? Up on your right-hand side with two beautiful old buildings. The Southport Surf Lifesaving Club and the Main Beach Bathing Pavilion. Built back in the 1930s in the Spanish mission style that was really popular in the day. Now straight ahead of you is the Southport Yacht Club, and that is a beautiful place to go and have a lovely meal. We can sit and look at all of those boats. The dry dock part of the Southport Yacht Club. They're doing some sort of major renovation in there. Looking forward to seeing what they will do. Coming up on your left-hand side, we've got the most beautiful it will not it will have a super option as well. And prices of their stuff this will all be and the Ritz-Carlton is coming to town. All of this will be a 6-star, very high-end resort. Nothing like what you see at the moment. Here we have the Marina Mirage. and they will have a great big facelift, but hopefully keep their iconic sails on the roof. Now next to it was what used to be the Palazzo Versace. It's now changed hands, dropped a star. It's called the Imperial. And on your right hand side we've got the fabulous Sheraton Grand Mirage. This is our only 5-star resort that literally sits on the beach. And if you were to fly over, you would see a building in the shape of a crab facing the beach. So amazing architecture. It's well kept secret out the co-op, so you can get the freshest seafood here. You just pop between those gates, take cash, hello, and lots of friends, and yes, it freshest seafood. So here we are at the fabulous SeaWorld. We love SeaWorld, it's our favourite theme park. I know we're a duck and we're biased, but SeaWorld was built in 1971 by the late great Keith Williams, the most amazing entrepreneur, who went on to build the fabulous Hamilton Island Resort in the Whitsundays. Now straight through there you can see the water park. This is where the longest running ski show was from 1971. Right up until recently they replaced it with the Thunder Lake Jet Stunt Show, which is awesome. This monstrous roller coaster is called a Leviathan. It's very high, wooden, so it's noisy, it's very loud, part of it is just about vertical, and it's super scary. Over here on your left hand side, the blue roller coaster is called the Storm. Now it is guaranteed to get you very wet at the bottom because at the base of it is a simulated storm. Now SeaWorld is also the home of the sharks and the dolphins, and if you get to swim with them, all of the proceeds go towards their amazing marine animal hospital. Now that is such a worthy cause. It's actually also the home of the polar bears too, and the penguins. But I'm hopeless, I love Shark Bay and I just love watching them. On your left now is the beautiful SeaWorld Resort, which is such a great place to stay. It's got great accommodation. I'm starting to get pretty close to the water, and I think you all might know what that could mean. So tell me, is anyone else excited to splash into the water like I am? It is so cool, and it's about to happen.
Well folks, this is your captain speaking. We have been cruising at an altitude of approximately 3 metres. Well, up until now anyway folks, and we're just about to drop down to a 1/2 metre very shortly folks, so that means one thing, doesn't it? We're going in the water, yay! Now folks, what I'd like everyone to do seriously though is sit up straight, brace yourselves, and please fasten your seatbelts before we go down the ramp. It does get very bumpy, thank you very much for that. What, you can't find them? Come on, they're not that hard to find, seriously. No, we don't have seatbelts, folks. I just love it when you look for them, that's all. It certainly makes my day. Oh, well, this is where it gets really scary, folks. Is anybody scared? No, yes, maybe. Well, I'm scared. And I tell you what, Rhonda, look at her, she's a mess. Well, here we go, folks. You're in good hands, don't you worry. I hope you all signed that document to say that you know how to swim. Here we go, folks. Well, did we make it? Can I open my eyes? Ah, yes, and floating on the top as ducks do. I tell you what a beautiful afternoon it is out here on the Broadwater too, folks. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, and well, where else would you want to be? Out here on a duck. Tell you what, lovely afternoon, folks. So I'll give you a little bit of an idea where we are. We're actually in the southern part of the Moreton Bay area, a huge boating precinct, in fact, that extends all the way from here to the very north of Brisbane and beyond. A lot of fun and activity out here on the waterways, folks. Everything from jet skis through to tandem paraflyers, jet extreme boats, SeaWorld cruises, whale watching cruises, all the way through to, well, if you are lucky, you might even see some floating coconuts. That's right, folks. So kick back, relax, enjoy the rest of your tour as we sort of navigate through all these anchor vessels around us and we go out into the channel. Once we're out in the channel, we'll be heading south, down through the Broadwater. And I'd like to give a shout out to the Volunteer Marine Rescue on the left-hand side here, folks. These guys do a fantastic job out here on the waterways, all volunteer, looking after all the distressed vessels out of the water, along with the Water Police and the Coast Guard.